What's going on, guys? This is the DeFi Crypto Alliance show where we're doing our best to be the bridge between our fellow real estate investors and entrepreneurs alike and the cryptocurrency world, where we feel like crypto is the biggest opportunity over the next few years, and it's not even close. So welcome along on the journey. We're pumped to have you here. Corey, take it away.
Absolutely. Good morning, Mexicans, and welcome to Black Swan Day. At least that's what they're telling us, that it's Black Swan Day. So I'm still waiting for the sun to fall out any minute now. But man, yeah, we're just truly blessed to be here with all you fun, beautiful people, where we're going to use crypto as that wealth creation tool and use real estate as a wealth preservation tool. And man, there is nothing like cryptocurrency and the opportunity that it brings, where you can just make explosive wealth if you play your hand just right. And that's the mission that we're on, and we're just going to have a blast and a lot of fun doing it. We're gonna have some drama and some bumps along the way, and we're going to just be able to sit back and enjoy the ride. One of the most popular, or not popular, most did you see, Dane, the Sami clip of the beetroot and the buck of Jerry Springer? I mean,
Yeah.
if we're not in the most entertaining asset class, I don't know what is. Because guys, I'm telling you, like we've been in real estate for 7, 8 years. Real estate. There's no entertainment like that in the real estate asset class, and there's definitely no entertainment like this in the stock asset class. Man, I mean, we're here in the bottom of a bloody bear market. It's Black Swan Day, and we have clips that coming out that are just hilarious. I mean, Dave, can you find it and play it real quick?
Yeah, let me grab it here.
It is so funny, man. I've watched it at least 10 times already.
And there's not any audio, I don't believe, on the video. It's just a quick clip to watch, so don't worry about the audio.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. These freaking guys. Oh man.
Oh my gosh, it is just too funny, man. I've watched it so many times. There's just Sami there in the back.
There's Buck and Dylan kind of running off. I mean, I thought that the if you guys haven't seen it, there's a video that Buck posted with he and Beard's conversation. I thought it pointed them both as reasonably fair individuals, and both just have different takes on how they do things. So we're here for it.
That's all it is, man. And to me, I mean, this is my opinion. They both bring value to the community in different ways. So it's you got to make your own decision on how you invest your money and what direction maybe you want to, what narratives you buy into, right? Whether it is the beetroot side of things, meme coins, or if you want to go and do some leverage trading. I don't do much of each. I do a little meme coin once in a while, and it's like $50-$100 here and there. It's like it's so insignificant. It doesn't matter. I get a rug pull or whatever. It's like I do it almost just to pass the time away, and I'm actually making more money than I lose at it. So it's actually effective. But guys, this is Open Mic Day. Come on stream. We would love to have you come on and rap with us. Talk about Black Swan. Is it been canceled? I don't know.
Mike says no Black Swan. I chose yesterday to start playing with Fame Leverage. I need pumped over.
Yeah. You could go long, and if that's what you believe, come on, guys. Let's talk. This is our favorite show because we get to intermingle with you guys, community, and it's a blast. Here we go. Yeah, a lot of red today, Dane.
A lot of red, yeah.
Of red. I mean, everything is red except for a couple of meme coins. If you look Mega, this doesn't show the meme coins though. This just shows your top assets, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at this bottoming. I mean, we're just kind of hanging out here. There's not a lot going on. We're back under even the Wells best sacrifice rate at 4 zeros and a 4. I mean, here's the thing: is nobody, at least if you've been paying attention at this point, nobody's going to have an excuse for not buying the bottom here in Pulse Chain.
Oh, you got plenty of time.
Plenty of time to buy these lows if you believe in these things, which I well, we both think is an opportunity.
And do we have plenty of money to buy those dips?
I wish. I wish.
My wallet is getting empty, guys. My wallet is getting empty.
Oh, we feel you there. We feel you.
How you guys?
I wasn't sharing it. Yeah. So there's the bottom of the Pulse Chain chart, and this is the daily. So you can see. I mean, clear back here. This is what is that? That is August, the beginning of August. So I mean, was it August, September? We have 2.5 months essentially to buy these lows. So they're not going to be here forever. Nobody knows when that's going to change. But yeah, we're with you, Norbert. I wish I had saving more capital till now.
But even a little bit of capital deployed in these levels goes a long ways. You know, it doesn't take much to kind of like offset your cost basis. And so, you know, do what you can. Don't overexert yourself. Don't, you know, mortgage your house for this. This is money that you don't need tomorrow. That's the main key takeaway. We need to let this money sit and marinate for a year and a half.
Absolutely.
It goes a long way to these levels.
Yeah, they talk about might be a year or 2 years long soft kind of recession. You know, when economies and countries are struggling. Have you seen that the U.S. printing $1 billion a day just to keep going?
Yep, they're printing like crazy. It's wild.
$1 billion a day, and it makes me wonder why crypto is not rising like a rocket. You know, like if any people with a fairly decent mindset looking to the future, at least 20% of their wealth should be in crypto, in my opinion. You know.
Well, I can tell you why the government's tornado cash in Ukraine is where all that money's going. So that's why.
Is that what Ukraine is? It's just a sophisticated tornado cash protocol.
Yep.
That's all that is. Oh wow, that's interesting.
What's up, Sloth?
Oh, that's fine.
Sloth, I never seen you without a hat, man. The first time.
Right? I forgot it. I need a hat, brother.
You must be
you took your Victor for a sunshine, yeah, sun bath.
Yeah. Hey, I gotta get some sun at some point. I can't just be like holed up in my crypto hole forever, you know.
That's right.
How's it going, guys? What are we talking about?
Good, man. It's good to have you on.
Yeah, man. Always trying to make these whenever I can.
Absolutely. So
glad to have you here.
Yeah. So what are your guys' thoughts? I saw on Twitter a poll yesterday that was interesting, and somebody was asking, can't remember who it was, but they were asking when people thought that we'd be back to sacrifice prices on Pulse and PulseX, 3 zeros and a 1. You know, some people are thinking it'd be sometime this year. I'm more of the opinion that I'm hopeful it's next year, you know, early to mid next year. What are your guys' thoughts? Do you have any strong opinions on that? Start with you, Sloth.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. And my opinion on it isn't like timeline based. Honestly, I have no idea when it's going to happen. But my opinion on it is that when it does happen, it happens fast. Like, I don't think this is a slow, gradual move up. I think this is like a trampoline kind of rubber band snapshot back up to like equilibrium, or where the equilibrium was before the SEC news. So in terms of when that happens, honestly, I have no idea. And I don't have too many reasons to be able to justify an opinion on when, but just kind of analyzing how the prices move so far and the ways in which we've gotten to as low as we're at now, I feel like it's going to be like a slingshot back up really quickly over like a week time frame versus like a slow, gradual move back up. That's what my feeling for how we get back up there.
Interesting. How about you, Norbert? What are your thoughts?
Well, if we look at the man, I wish Crispy Man would be here. He's the data guy. You know, he would give us like a lot of data, what's going on. But I'm sure if you open up a ranking when you show liquidity and stuff like that, just imagine that. I don't know what's the post chain liquidity right now. Well, market cap, sorry, 700 and something million. Do I remember correctly?
Yeah, I can grab it here in a second. We're at, according to Dex,
because I have a idea where we can kind of see the future with numbers.
Pulse is 312 million market cap today.
312 million. So and right now, which means we need another 400 to 500 million to go back to sacrifice price. Am I correct to say that?
Yeah, like a 2 to 3x, something
more,
like that.
More or less, yeah. That's one asset, yeah. That's one asset. So 500 million, let's say, or 400 million, yeah, one asset. Then we have POSX. PHEX is a first cycle coin, so we don't know. EHEX, it depends on what those guys gonna do with those 750 million hex, what they got in their bag. What's that company? What the sacrifice guys called? The Godware send them all of his EHEX.
Yeah, BankX.
Yeah, that one. So depends on when they're gonna get rid of those 750 million. But they're so stupid, you know, like they should just, I mean, not stupid, but I would do it differently, let's say, because Richard, I'm sure Richard is providing liquidity. So all you need to do is just provide liquidity, and then you don't kill the whole system and don't kill your bags. And then everything would be just like a more gradual kind of thing when you can kind of scalp a little bit day by day. But that's how I would do it if I was them. But so yeah, that's 400 million. POSX is another 9x. So that's 4 to 1, the ratio right now. So probably the market cap of that is about 100 million, which means, you know, we need a lot of zeros. And if you when you do these onboarding, yeah, when you go to the property events, you kind of can have an idea, you know, like just only 2 of you, how much you can influence people, and you know how much money they're gonna bring into the system. And then thinking about me as like an average working guy.
And he's gone.
And we lost him.
Oh, he's back.
When we started doing crypto, me and my friends, you know, we throw in a couple of grand. So in my opinion, there's a lot of people needed in order to things go back again. And then certainty, because right now people are very uncertain. I spoke to a few guys today. We have some money on the side. We don't know what to do with it. It's not enough for, you know, to tell the boss like, have a nice day, but it's also not enough to just, you know, start a nice business. But it's because we are in crypto already, we don't want to put more, because, you know, that would be like a ratio wise to your total portfolio. It wouldn't be the wisest thing to do, you know. It's too much risk, you know. I can't swallow that, you know. Anytime your MetaMask can go, anytime regulation can come. So I don't want just to be on crypto with everything. So once we have certainty, then the investment appetite is gonna come, in my opinion. Because right now everyone's like, what should I do? Oh no, not that one. So yeah,
it's interesting because like our behavior in general and thought process. In fact, I'm thinking about this as Zach, our resident PRS Schiller, is here. You know, like when when people are really excited about price charts, that's the if you were going to trade the market, you know, that's typically the time to sell. And when everyone's bored and depressed, that's the time to buy. And with uncertainty comes opportunity and comes rewards if you end up being right. And so, Yeah, so we're with you, Norbert. We've bet, we bet a good amount. We're still trying to dollar cost average into these levels because they're so freaking cheap. I mean, the multiples of tokens you can buy today compared to when you're sacrificing or when things launched is just enormous. It's absolutely wild. But yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea to keep money on the side either. In fact, I think one of the best ways to keep money on the side is in the stablecoin pools on PHUX. You essentially are sitting on dollars. You can earn a little bit of PHUX while you wait, and you can always take it out again when you need. If you need to liquidate it, take it, turn it into dollars. You can do that as well.
I'll throw in a point on that too, because I think you bring up a good point with how much exposure you already have in crypto really dictates how much you're able to bring in terms of new capital, just in terms of like managing your risk overall. And even though we are at like, bargain kind of like red tape sale kind of deals on all of the stuff, the price still isn't low enough where you can get large like dolphin positions for like pennies on the dollar, basically, right? Like it actually still takes a decent amount of economic energy to gain power in the system overall. And I imagine that's probably making some people hesitate to put in, because you still need to put in like a good five figures to get that nice mid-sized dolphin position in like Pulse X and Hex and everything. And I can imagine that because you're not getting that great of a deal on like the bigger positions, it's having some people hesitate on coming in too heavy because they're really not purchasing that much power with the amount of money that they're bringing in. And I think in a lot of ways, when you're bargain shopping in crypto, you're not really buying coins, you're buying future power in the ecosystem when those prices turn around. I think that a lot of my mindset has started to flip when it turns into accumulation, when I've been talking about the aquatic animals a lot more. And the reason why that's so powerful is because there are different levels of power that you've attained in that specific ecosystem or in that specific coin with each of the different animals. And I think we start to see bigger money come in once we can get the big positions for cheap. I think that's when generally people are willing to make those 5-6 figure bets when they know that they're getting that shark position forever.
Speaking of cheap animal creature positions, Tetra's going live here real soon. They had an update in their Telegram. Looks like they're going to launch an EA now, which is pretty amazing. That they're something as sophisticated and complex as Tetra is beating like Mintra to market.
Right.
or beating like what? Like I thought Tetra would be like postpone, to like next year or something, because man, they have that's a tall order what they're trying to accomplish. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. If they pull this off, Tetra's going to be sleeper in my opinion. And I'm not giving no financial advice, guys. This is just my bags that I'm talking about. But Tetra should do really well in my opinion. If they pull this off. And you can get this, like you said, you can get the sea creatures for really cheap over in the Tetra ecosystem.
Yeah.
Yep.
In fact, I think you could become a shark in Tetra right now for less than $5,000, which is pretty interesting when you look at that in relation to something like Pulse. If I'm trying to do the math, what is?
Well, and from like a sales perspective, or like if you're trying to like convince somebody like, hey, this is something that you can buy, that's a really great angle to be like, hey, like especially for you guys in real estate, like I'm sure some people kind of snuff their nose at $5,000, where it's like, yeah, $5,000, whatever, that's not that big of a deal. I can go ahead and invest it pretty reasonably and feel pretty comfortable about it. And if you can convince them to say like, hey, like you're getting like a large position in this whole ecosystem, if it does well, like this is all you need to invest, and you don't have to put in any more for it to win long term.
Agreed.
But that's the thing, you see that. Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say real quick, Norbert, that your downside is very limited, just only to the point if like they don't pull it off. Like if they're to launch something bad or having the protocol it collapsed, it didn't work, whatever. There's your downside, right? But I feel like from here down, the risk to reward on something like Tetra at this point is pretty massive. So like I said, your only downside is like if they fail to deliver what they promised, right?
Yep.
That's kind of
in a lot of ways, that's the generic risk of all of crypto, that it goes to zero. Like we joke about it, like, oh, it's all going to zero. But anytime you're in crypto, you do run the risk that whatever you're in does go to zero or does rug. Like, even the stuff that we love, like there is that existential risk always in play.
Yep.
Right. Absolutely. Am I
Go
doing
ahead,
this
Norbert.
wrong?
Before we
Go ahead, Norbert.
Yeah, I was about to say that, you know, like I really like that you are focusing on a niche target. Yeah, you are into properties. You also made me think like, who can I connect with in London to bring them into crypto? And then again, if you look at ratio wise, I'm sorry, but if we need these hundreds of millions of dollars, a wealthy property investor bringing in 5 grand, it's just not gonna cut it. You know, like it's not gonna be good enough, in my opinion, because like I said before, the B roots kind of guys who is targeting, for example, the meme token guys, they're gonna bring in like I would say average a grand each. Yeah. So how many people are gonna come in, and then how many people are gonna leave with a bad taste in their mouth because they thought that if they're gonna put some money on a whatever creature, and that's gonna be like a 100x in 2 days, and it's not gonna happen. And then, you know, the guys who knew about it earlier, they sell it, they are out, they grab the money. The normal inexperienced crypto guys who come in recently, they lose that money. There's no more buying power, and then probably most likely, you know, at least 50% of them never gonna come back at all, you know, because they're gonna be like, well, if 1 grand grows that quick and nothing happens to me, then why should I bother? And plus, you know, they share this news with other friends, so then those people are not gonna come in either. So let's say that's one layer. Yeah, another layer is like I said myself, the average guy. We need to work more, we need to sell the things around our house, you know, if they need to take overtime, whatever we can do to bring in some money, and then just keep using.
And he's
All right,
gone.
real quick, guys. I gotta head out. It was
Yes,
good
Slav.
hanging out with you guys. I'll talk to you later. Okay.
Oh,
Let's see stuff.
Yeah. Got a patient.
see you,
Sorry.
Slav. No, that's all right.
Sorry, Norbert, you cut out there. Yeah, finish your idea.
Yeah, sorry. It's network is not the best in London sometimes. And then we have the top of the investors who can be like again in 2 to 3 categories, fairly wealthy, wealthy, and ultra wealthy. Obviously, the ultra wealthy cannot come in because of certain regulations. The wealthy they can, which hopefully they will. And like I said last time, you are a really good messenger and ambassadors, let's say, for our ecosystem and cryptocurrency in general. You do a lot of work, and in order to have this accelerated boost in investments in crypto, in my opinion, we need more simplified information available on a website when I can and see things like, you know, what's going on, you know, like what, because for example, the other day I wanted to see what else is available in DeFi on Pulse for example. And I went on Twitter, and you could see these pictures when you have like all these projects with the mini logos, you know, like I can't zoom enough in, you know, to see what even the name of that thing, you know. So a nice website would be ideal when you have like, oh, okay, I can click on it, it takes me to the side, you know, links, data, you know. So I'm really hoping that people who got time and talent and the resources, for example, like Crispy Man, he could do something like that with a combined effort with someone else who's got some money, and, you know,
Yeah, you make a good point. I think the
support
guys
him on
over at
his
Pulse
journey.
Domains are building that into their website. Frank might know more about that. We've talked in with Frank and with the Pulse Domain developer, and I'm pretty sure last time we were in there talking, I think that he has some. Yeah, their website will be a resource not only for their product, but a lot of informational stuff there as well. Is that right, Frank? Do you know? Oh, you might be. You don't have any audio. We can't hear you. Not only that, but the liquid loans guys are building a lot. I'm with you, Norbert. I think it's all coming. Yeah.
How about now?
Yep, we got you now.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sorry about that. Had it all hooked up. I didn't hear
And
the
we can
question
see you.
about. Thank you about Pulse Domains.
I think those guys are building a lot of the informational stuff, like links to other things that are being built on Pulse Chain, like a comprehensive list of all that type of stuff. Do you know?
Yes, they are, and I'm trying to remember I have it in an email. They are they're rocking it. They're going to be rocking it as well. I wish I could give you more detail, but I can't.
For sure. No, they got some cool stuff going. It'll be cool. And Drew, yeah, as far as Tetra, what are you looking for as far as the link? There's a website, there's the Telegram group, there's the price chart. What do you want us to share? Happy to grab it for you.
Tetra.win, I think, is if I'm not mistaken, the website if you want to just go explore some information about the protocol. But I mean, I like getting the Telegram. If you really want to do some research and you're trying to be around and you want to talk to some of the devs or the guy who's creating it, like Stu Man, he's the creator. He's in the Telegram. You can go in there and pose questions. You find out all the YouTube stuff they've done. I think they did a show just today on it about the launch. I can't remember who did the show. But yeah, got a lot of stuff going on, man. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. Assuming they pulled off. That's all. It's always that way, right? But think of like for you guys who are familiar with Zapier in the Web 2 space, which is just your websites. You can link things together and they all correlate and they can be automated. That's what it has the capability of doing. But on steroids, like we can't even think of all the different possibilities that it does. People like Sloth and Red Squirrel and these guys, Nils for T-Shares. These guys really have the big brains to unlock the power of what Tetra can do.
I did look it up. Check out pulsecoinlist.com.
Oh, good one, Frank.
That is Pulsecoin's new venture. So yeah.
Cool.
Pulsecoinlist.com. Thanks. Sorry.
No, that's great. Yeah, let me share this Tetra. Yeah, Tetra's close, man. Let me grab right here.
Super bullish on Tetra, man. It could end being a sleeping giant if their protocol takes off. I don't have the big brain to go in and create all these roadmaps, figure out what compounding works best, what kind of the utility we can do with this automation. But I like the idea of like going to like Crypto Sloth and get a menu of all the stuff that he's built. Go in the Red Squirrel section and be like, looking at all the different compounding features that he's built and plugging and playing those right into my portfolio. It's a way of me, the way I look at it, it's a way of me reaching into those guys' brains and be able to implement their strategy automatically onto my portfolio. That is powerful. That is so powerful when you think that way. And so, yeah, that's why I'm super excited about it. And it's going to be fun to experiment around. Plus, obviously, full disclosure, I hold Tetra coins and I like passive income. They've also implemented the ideology of what all these protocols are doing, which I really think are really cool. Is we're basically by you owning the coins is like owning shares in the company. Like when you own Coca-Cola, you're going to get a stock dividend every single quarter. If I own Tetra, the fees that the Tetra's making, if I have Tetra stake, I earn a portion of those fees. It's a crypto dividend. And I love how many protocols are implementing this. Fame has this, Fiat has this, Mentra has this, Power City has this. A lot of the protocols that are coming out these days have that kind of tokenomics integrated into it, and that resonates with me because that's real cash flow based off a business model. That's genius in my opinion.
Yeah, and if you think about it, I mean, and I hope I understand this correctly. There's so many new coins that have been introduced into the system here with Pulse, the whole ecosystem. That
and a bear market too.
In a bear market, and it's like you almost feel like you'll have an umbrella, which will be one coin itself, an umbrella working all of your things. I'm trying to explain that. Like it's like
a funnel.
Yeah, like a funnel. Yeah. So.
No, you nailed it, Frank. I'm really excited to be able to put all that stuff. And right now, like it's interesting because some of the stuff it doesn't turn off enough interest. at this point in time to be able to go and do a lot of the fun things that Tetra will bring. And I think that when we see, we see more things launching, we'll see more excitement, we'll see more action, and theoretically better yields in some of the stuff that you can go and build strategies to be able to automate compounding and things. One of the things that I really liked is a safe play. I don't know how many of you guys, your spouses or girlfriends or significant others, if you died, could they access your crypto? Could they come and do anything with it? Most people's answer is no. In fact, I put Corey's phone number in my wife's phone, and I said, if anything ever happens to me, just call Corey. He'll know what to do.
I didn't say to my wife. My wife knows all day.
Yeah, I'll help you out.
Tell him and fly his ass to Puerto Rico, and he'll help you. Okay.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But it's cool with something like Tetra. You could have a safeguard in there where, like if God forbid something happened to you and you hadn't touched your crypto or done anything, you hadn't interacted with your portfolio, you could have a safeguard that, maybe a year later, a couple year time frame, if it's not moved or nothing's done, you can have it liquidated and automatically sent to an exchange account. And then your significant other wouldn't have to worry about figuring all of the craziness that we do in DeFi out. You could just go to them. So that was a cool application.
Dead man switch.
Yep. Exactly.
Guys, I kind of have a plug here for you guys. I met. Are you guys familiar with the singer? He sings crypto songs and stuff, and I met him at the Pulse conference or the Hex conference a while.
Just go by the singer.
Yeah, he goes by the singer, and
on Twitter.
And I dabble in songwriting, and I wrote a song about the bear market. And if you don't mind, I'll just do like a 30-second version of it.
Do it.
I'm nervous, but I feel
like do it longer, man.
It's and I'm gonna read it off just so we get so. Okay. Every day I wake up, feels like a breakup. Red candles down, people flooding bad news. I got the bear market blues, the crypto bear market blues. Every night I lie awake, red candles light the way. Baby kisses me and I'm not in the mood. I got the bear market blues, the crypto bear market blues. Anyway.
Hey.
Thank you.
Nice, Frank. Nice.
I had to get that out
Talent
there.
and courage.
I've been toying around with it for a few weeks now, and yeah,
Kaisa, if you're in here, you might cut that.
Yeah, that's the clip for today. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's been a fun one. I get these earworms, and I just keep, my wife's like, get it written. Just get your co-writer and get it written. I didn't have the guitar going with it, but anyway, thank you for letting me do that, guys. That was fun. Anyway.
Absolutely. And if you guys don't know, Frank has a fairly substantial background in the arts. So Frank is a very talented community member in that respect, and we appreciate him bringing his skills to the community.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
It's
Very
fun.
Cool. Very cool.
That's an interesting thing about our community is that everybody gets to bring their superpower to the community. And it may be a little part of it, but everybody brings their superpower, and it all becomes this network of superpowers. So I've never, as a person, felt more complete being in this community than I do now. It's allowed me to bring every aspect, all I was in it for was the gains, right? And now we have the whole entire Hex community, the Pulse community, all the communities. It's so wonderful being a part of it. And it's allowed me to fully express myself. So that's a byproduct that I never, ever imagined.
Yeah. And we talked about this a little bit earlier in the week, but I think it's so important to share your skills, right? The whole light, if you're a light, I'm going to mess this up, but the whole, don't hide your light under a bushel type of thing. You want to share what you have. And specifically by sharing our skills, we could bring people into the things that we believe in, into the things that we feel like will change the money, bring hope to more people, ideally mad face melting gains. and people need to hear your story. It's important to share. So yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Frank. That was great.
Thanks. Yeah.
And also, if we
oh, go ahead, Norbert.
Go ahead, Norbert. You go.
No. Again, I have a new idea, just like last time. We could do every Wednesday like another open mic night when it would be about education and strategies and news, you know, about what could come out, you know, because like I said before, I missed you were telling me about the PTS sacrifice. I missed that completely, for example. And then looking at all four of us on the screen right now, I'm sure we missed Axis token going from $1 to $11,000. You know, like how could we miss that? You know, like he's the chart guy. You know, we learn a lot from him. We know what's going on, but we not do that deep enough because it's so many things distracting and so many toys to play with and all these drama and stuff like that. So that could be a good option. And also it would help with the onboarding, because when you see honest people like us, you know, we just share what we think and we share our experience and our research. And if someone comes around and see this, it might be easier to connect with, you know, like you're just not one in a million, you know, with a little torch in your hand in the darkness, you know, and then trying to cut your way through all these crypto things.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I think one of the best ways is to plug into there's different subsets of the community to be able to get access to people that, you know, are talking about things. Frank has a great group that that we've been able to interact with. That's been a lot of fun. We've got our own group that we're running and gunning and sharing information with. And so, yeah, to your point, Norbert, I think it's really important to find the people that you identify with as people that bring value to the community, and then find ways to network with them. Most of these guys and ladies are in background Telegram groups. It's just a matter of like finding them. I don't know if I don't know if you want to talk about your group at all, Frank, but this would be a great opportunity. Feel free to plug away.
Sure. I mean, I have a crypto mastermind group, and you know, I cycled through several mastermind groups. I sell real estate in the city, and for years I've been in real estate masterminds, right, and sales masterminds. And I started a mastermind group about crypto with a bunch of spiritual friends of mine. We were in a spiritual mastermind, so I learned a little bit about I found that I was spending so much time in crypto that I wanted to be, rather than teach it, I wanted to be in it with people that knew a ton about crypto so I could keep learning about it. So then I kind of dismantled that mastermind, went to another entire crypto mastermind that was focused on all of crypto. And then that I was talking so much about Hex and Richard Hart products and the Pulse chain and PulseX and all this stuff coming, that the people in that mastermind were like, Frank, we don't want to talk about that all the time. And I was like, okay, fine. So I basically dismantled that, and I started a Richard Hart ecosystem mastermind. And so then
they weren't your tribe, bro. They weren't your tribe.
It wasn't my tribe. No. And I just, you know, I followed my passion. So, you know, now we have the group, and it's by invitation only, and it's an exclusive group, and it's not recorded, and we just share about what's going on in crypto. And it's a nice place to, you know, ferret your ideas out, sound stupid, say something stupid, and then the magic happens after that. There's some type of transformation, and then you also have the group consciousness, right? Like everybody's expressing ideas, everybody's listening. You grow. I mean, after every single call, I grow exponentially. So, and I hope that's the same for you guys and for those in it. And I think what's important here is when you have a group that has a lot of legs, you're able to invite people in. Like me personally, one-on-one with people, I might not be able to hold a conversation about crypto with with, like, say, Crypto Sloth, right? I'm just using him as an example, or Axis, right? But in the group, you can. And that's a beautiful thing. So I invite everyone who's listening here and in the entire community, form your own little mastermind group. Okay. So form your little mastermind, start with 2 people. And what the key is to look for people who are passionate about what you're passionate about. And then it just takes on a whole new life of itself. You know, my friend, Bill, he and I, when we started, it was just he and I every other week talking, or when we felt like it, you know. And then, so how do you meet all these people to get into your mastermind? You go to the events. You know, I've been to so many Hex conferences, plenty of Hex.
Where we met, yeah.
We met at PulseCon, you know, and I just stay in fact, one of the exciting things is I went to one of the events here in Chicago that RG3 was putting on, and Crypto Coffee and Axis was there. Everybody was there. And we had our mastermind create the first Pulse X conference in Miami. And there were over 70 people there.
Yeah,
and
that was fun.
So my point is that, and I shared that with RG3. He's like, is he kidding? He had 73 people in a mastermind. And like, no, we had 73, like over 70 people at this mastermind. And we started, like, it was like 6 o'clock. We had 10 people confirmed, had this reservation. You know, I clicked a few buttons on Telegram, went off. Next thing you know, we're at this restaurant, Ocean Prime. 4 people show up. And then there's 5 people. And then there's 10. And then we have a table of 15 or 16. And I'm like, I don't know where these people are going to sit. And then there's 20 people that showed up. And then 40. And there's people standing around outside. And then there's like over 70 people there. I hope I didn't get just turned off. Did I?
Nope, you're here.
No, you're good.
And so so my point is that anybody can do this in the community. You just have to leverage the tools that you have. You could start and what I wanted to say is RG3, he's like, we only had like 5 or 6 people at our mastermind when we first started. And I'm like, I didn't get a chance to tell him this, but we're standing on, you know, the shoulders of giants. He started, you know, he was early YouTuber, started all this stuff. I was just able to leverage all the tools that came after him. So anyway, I just encourage and invite everybody, if you're going to, you know, create your own mastermind, get 2 or 3 people on it. And just as you find people, that's a great onboarding tool too, because you may find that somebody wants to know something about crypto. Guess what? You get to have them be on your call. You get to share about crypto, and you're also bringing them into the Pulse Richard Hart ecosystems. So it's really and the other thing about, there's so many added benefits of having your own mastermind. It's crazy. You know, I even to the point where I wasn't a big dollar cost averager. I was kind of, okay, I'm going to put it all in now. I'll wait a couple months. But now I've been dollar cost averaging a lot, you know, and I've just used smaller amounts, which has been fun because it's more fun to click buttons. You know what I mean? I like shopping. So it's a lot of fun now to click buttons, especially today. I mean, the looking at some of the prices, you're like, wow, I've got to buy some more. And you don't feel bad buying, because you're like, you know, maybe the other day you bought it for 10% more. Today you're buying it for 10% less. So anyway, thanks for letting me share all that, guys. I know I'm talking about a lot, but I appreciate it.
No, very motivating and touching.
Yeah.
So
and I think you guys would be amazed, kind of like Frank said. I mean, if there's people you want to network with more or chat with, you know, some of the guys and the ladies in the groups, they're just going to be too busy in the bull run to really like get a lot of exposure to them. So if there's people you want to network with now, you know, now's the time. I just shoot them a DM and say, hey, you know, I like what you're about. I love to find new ways to interact. Are there any chats that you're in that I could join just to be able to be a part of what's going on? Lots of opportunities there.
Yeah, and the one other thing, Dane, and I don't want to forget this, is in crypto, it's easy to be a loner. it's easy to do it on your own. And just having one person to talk, even if it's, fiddling with your MetaMask, or fiddling with something. Like one time I was trying to buy something. This is in the first mastermind I had. And he goes, and I tried for 2 or 3 days, and I'm like, I don't know, something's wrong here. He's like, you're out of gas. I'm like, right. I gotta use gas. I gotta put some ETH in to use my MetaMask because I'm out of gas. So having just a mastermind is two people or more. So
love it,
everybody.
Love it. No, that's great. Why don't we kind of end on this one? This one's good. And welcome to you guys tuning in. Seriously, we appreciate the support. We're here to build community. We're here to help pump everybody's bag. So if you're new, make sure to smash the like, subscribe, all that type of stuff. We're here to provide service, and we appreciate you guys being on the show here too, willing to come show your face. If you guys did want to come in and join us, want to chat a little bit, there's the link in the top of the chat. Feel free to jump in. We'll be here just a few more minutes before we jump off. But this is an interesting comment. Waters Above is right. We have the last opportunity to buy in this price. Let's go shopping. Black Friday crypto. Yeah. We'll see. Do you guys, in fact, what are your guys' feelings in regards to the bottom being in? Do you think we see much more pain over the next, 6 months or so? Or do you think the bottom's in?
I think the bottom's in. I think there was a chart where on Pulse, I think 9/11 looks like it was the bottom, September 11th. So, and we still we could be, going like this for however long. All I know is that when I dollar cost average, things don't seem so bad when they go down. A few months back, I'm like, are you kidding me? It's down that much more. It's down half. So it doesn't feel that way now, but who knows? We get off this call and, look on our things and something dumps, but Sure. I do think the bottom's in.
Yeah, no, that's great. What about you, Norbert? You think the bottom's in?
If you look at the chart, you showed a couple of charts earlier. They all pretty much like a flat line, a dead person, hard scale kind of thing, but you never know. I think macro and all these things really impacting the crypto market, because now they brought out the job market report, and then they again ratio. I don't keep bringing a ratio in every conversation whatever I have with my friends, and even here. But even in that one, they were seeing that the full-time job employee numbers are reducing, and the part-time job employee numbers are rising, which means that companies trying to be smarter and trying to cut on cost and say, okay, now you are sitting here the whole day doing not much. Okay, I'm gonna get some in the morning, and in the evening, 2 different people, or even can be you, part-time job, and that's it. I save some money. If that's the case, then again, going back to the 3 layers, the DGEM hunters, the average guys, and then the wealthy ones. If the income is reducing to the 2 bottom layers, and if that's the case, then even the top guys who are rich, they also are gonna have less. Then the appetite for investment is gonna drop, in my opinion. So we need either education for the people to understand that yes, crypto might be volatile, but that's the future, and it's good to have at least 20% of your entire wealth, in my opinion, to be in crypto. We either get that, or we're gonna have a very long, like this boring sideways action kind of scenario, when we might have another 2 years, like bearish market, because the money has to come from somewhere. And then, if my pocket is empty, that ain't gonna go anything much more to crypto, that's for sure, because I'm trying to survive, I'm trying to get a better job. But if they cutting, then the money is not moving around as much as it should.
Yeah, no, that's a good take. How about you, Corey?
I mean, I've expressed it many times on here. I feel like this is the bottom, minus 2 exceptions. one big macro black swan event that we'll have today. I'm keeping an eye on it. I don't see the black swan anywhere yet, but the day's not over. So we, you know, but so like that, you know, like a pandemic 2.0. Of course, that would, you know, produce more downward pressure. A war happening where United States was the, you know, we got the effect of it, like some bombing, whatever it is, right? Something bad really happening here. That would create more downward pressure. So like macro in that sense, or like a RH, an RH DOJ something happening, which I think is very unlikely. In fact, I would put the black swan, the probability of a black swan and waters above black swan event happening over like a DOJ for RH at this point now, where we're at now. Like the further we go along, the more I feel like it's the probability gets of it happening. So other than those two type of scenarios, and this is it, man, in my opinion, and if it's not financial advice, you guys can do what you want with your bags. For all I care, go sell your bags. I'll be there to buy them. But yeah, other than that, man, if you look at the chart, I'm looking at it right now. It's just it's been down here since the end of August. Man, I think this is it. Now, how long we stay down here? Man, that could be for another couple months. It really could. We could be down here for a while. It doesn't mean to go just because the bottom is in. Does not mean to go and take off and do a 10x tomorrow. Does not mean that. Now, when we start taking off, a sloth right, could it take off rather quickly? Yeah, it could. It's crypto. That's how crypto works. But there's, you know, everything on in the macro. That uncertainty can keep the bottom in longer. The uncertain, people are afraid to come in and step in and start executing buy orders because they're just afraid. People who have money on the side, there's a lot of money on the side watching and you know, and that's fine. So the bottom end might stay here for a while, and I'm fine with the bottom staying in for a while. I really am. It allows me to make more money in our business. It allows me to dollar cost average in more. And allows you to dollar cost average in more. So we're here watching, believing, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. Paul makes a couple of interesting points. He says sentiment and emotional wise, the bottom isn't in. Struggle. We had more fighting June 2022 when RH didn't launch than we've experienced this summer. I think more pain to come. It's an interesting take.
Yep.
Yep.
Who knows? And we could be wrong.
Paul, you don't think the B roots and buck fighting is enough? I mean, I feel like we've got our fair share of fighting right now. It's interesting to see.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, cool guys. Well, thanks for jumping in today. We appreciate you guys' support. Once again, smash the like, subscribe, all that stuff on the way out. Corey, go ahead. Any last part?
I was gonna say we won't be here, guys, on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We will be at a real estate event of Lombard. These are apartment guys, so that's what they do. They're multifamily investors. So we'll be at Mastermind. Flying out Sunday, don't return to like Wednesday night. So Thursday would be the day we would stream in. There's Paul Sachs if you want to hear his real quick explanation.
Context here on the bottom being in real quick before we finish.
Give us your explanation, Paul.
Let's hear it, Paul.
We'd love to hear it. If he's there.
Maybe his service isn't that good. Can you hear us, Paul?
And he's gone.
He's gone. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, that'll be good. In fact, I'll be gone all next week. Corey, are you going to stream by yourself?
Oh, are you gone Thursday, Friday too?
Yep.
Well, then, guys, we're not going to be here next week.
We'll be out next week. Catch us the following week.
Catch us.
Paul, we got you now. Give us your thoughts on the bottom.
All right. I don't know. Just feeling wise, it was described a while ago that it's got to feel absolutely like sickening. Like you press the buy button, you might as well about throw up. That's the feeling that everybody describes each bottom of the prior cycles. Have you guys? Has anybody felt that?
Yes. I feel
Totally.
like every time I buy, I want to throw up, and I'm
Yeah.
making the wrong decision.
All right, well, maybe I've DCA'd so much that I'm just immune.
Yes.
Last time I spent over an ETH on different things, and then my portfolio went even further. there wasn't any positive increase. I was like, yeah, okay, I buy a little bit of this, I buy a little bit of that. A few days later, it's like, whoa, another 20% down or whatever.
Other people who sacked with me, family member of mine that sacked $1,000. They're like, how much is that PulseX? And I'm like, $80. So, yeah, that's someone who's not in crypto. I'm like, it's $80, and in a year and a half, 2 years, that might be, who knows, 40,000, 80,000. It's probably 8,000. We're kidding, but who knows?
Sure, exactly. All right, cool. Thanks for jumping in, Paul. Appreciate you guys again. Catch us not next week, but the following week we'll be here.
See you guys.
All right,
All
guys.
the best. Thank you.
Talk to you later. Yep. Every day.
Bye,
I
Paul.
wake up.
Bye, Frank.